Good morning, blessed rising, as Tristan would say. Um, I come to you this morning. I'm hoping that you've had a great week and that you have put a little bit of change in every day this week. And so, with that, you have experienced a week that's different than the ones before, and being conscious of the little changes that you made and the good that's in it. So this morning you notice a little plant behind me. This is my little meditation corner, more of an indoor garden. I love plants and it always reminds me of what's good, and God's good. Today I actually have a flower on there, and so it reminds me that it's spring. And I love this little space. I actually spend some time here every morning praying and meditating, and this morning sharing it with you, doing my little video. Anyway, this week's message came to me a long time ago, actually. I don't know, those of you who are readers like I am probably have read this book. It's called Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. And behind the Bible, I'd say secondary to the Bible, because of course the Bible is the most influential book in my life, and I make sure I read from it something almost every day. And that influences most of who I am and what I am, and has been in my life forever, thanks to my mama. But anyway, talking about The Power of Now, I think it's the second most influential book in my life. A couple of years ago, way back when Oprah had her show, I watched that show, bought that book, and read it over and over. And practicing that, there's a lot of principles in that book, but the one most poignant, simple principle that I took away that really, really affected my life and was influential in changing how I lived and the quality of my days and the quality of my decisions, and was the power of being in the now, the power of being present. And I decided to take that one concept from the book and practice it in my life. And that's what I want to share with you this week, is just being in the now. Whatever it is you are doing, whatever it is, wherever it is you are, with whomever you're with, in the simplest of moments, in every single moment, being present. Our minds are always filled with thoughts, always going. When things happen, good things, bad things, mediocre things, just everything, your mind is always going. And one of the things I took away from that book, I learned and I consciously practice in life, is to just be present with whatever it is I'm doing at the moment. So if I'm having a conversation, being present in that conversation, and I consciously and still have to work on it, like you will even after you keep practicing it, but as you practice it, it's like a muscle. You do it more often, being present in that conversation. If I am working, I'm consciously at work. If I'm drinking a cup of tea, I spend time really being with that cup of tea. And if you get a news that's sad, like, sit with that message, sit with that sadness, cry it out if you need to, until it's left you, until that feeling is left. Whatever it is you're doing, if you're with your children, be with them. And I wish that this was a concept that I had learned earlier in life, because of course by the time I read this book, my kids were teens, and I tried to practice it more often then. But I wish that when they were young kids and as they were growing, that I was more conscious of that, because sometimes I remember being at the park with them, swinging, pushing the swing, and my mind being on work or something else. So whatever it is you're doing, be there, be present in that moment. Consciously drag your mind, consciously make an effort to be in the moment, whether it's a good moment, a bad moment, and not that there are any bad moments, or a teachable moment, or just being present there, fully present. And if it's in a situation that you don't want to be, there's only two choices, or in a moment, or in a conversation, or in a job even that you don't want to be, there's only two decisions. And one is to leave that. Take the power to leave situation, leave that thought, leave that situation, that job, that that person, whatever it is, that's not bringing you joy in the moment, or you decide this is not where I want to be right now, and you bring your consciousness there and you don't want to be there, leave it. Just take your power to leave that situation, leave that whatever it is, put that plate of food down. Even if it's not satisfying you anymore, put it down, put the spoon down, leave it. Or the other thing is to surrender to it, right? Sometimes there are situations such as let's say a job that you need to be there in the moment. For right now, you have made the decision that you need to be there. Then be there, be present, be whenever you show up, give your all to it, be present. If it's a family member that you don't quite enjoy the time with them, but it's the holidays and you have to be there with them, be present, surrender to being there, to be present with that, because you always have a choice to leave any situation, any thought, any moment. And so that's what I want to talk to you about this week. And I want to encourage you, if you're not already doing it, live present. This is all we have. The past is just a bunch of thoughts. It's gone. The future we have no control over. So make plans, but spend the majority of your time being where you're at, being with whom you're at, doing what you're doing, and enjoy what you're doing. And with that, my family and friends, and for me too, go on, be present, live in the now, and have another great week. I'll see you next week.